Massachusetts, land of old, to Ohio's heart, where tales are bold. Family hugs, packed and gone, chasing horizons, chasing dawn. Winding roads we journey on, new beginnings, new songs spawn. From Mass to Ohio, hearts of fear break, breaking chains, our path is clear. From Mass to Oleon, dreams take flight into the darkness, embrace the night. Peaceful scenes, sunsets glowed, birds chirp aloud, rivers flowed. Fields of wildflowers, destiny showed, but shadows loom as chaos grows. Steel and fire, tombs turn dark, mighty sounds ignite the spark. Brutal riffs like wolfpack bark, Ohio calls, leave your mark. From Mass to Ohio, hearts of fear break, breaking chains, our path is clear. From Mass to Oleon, dreams take flight into the darkness, embrace the night. From Mass to Ohio, hearts in fear break, breaking chains, our path is clear. From Mass to Oleon, dreams take flight into the darkness, embrace the night.
Oh man, Alex, how's it going, buddy?
What's up?
That was officially the most athletic thing that only you got to see.
There it is.
I won't lie. I thought it was pretty good. I made it across my house in under 20 seconds, so that was pretty good.
Speed.
Speed Demon. That's what they call me, or something. Also, for the first time in about 10 weeks, we are starting at 7:05, like I say we will start on my
There we
Twitch
go.
page. It only took us over a year.
Yeah.
But who's
Still
counting?
Right.
So what's on the docket for today, sir?
Some items.
Some items and such.
Yeah.
I know we have the obscure Dodgers and miserable ass Angels. You'll be guessing Hockey East from 2016-17, so pretty recently. You should do okay, I'd hope.
Right.
And then, obviously, with both of us being former arena football people, being staff, not players, let's pump the brakes on us being players. Because I feel like when you say, I formerly worked in this league or industry, people always are like, were you a player? No. Look at me. What part of this says player?
There's more.
Yeah. So there's the International Arena League, or the IAL, which has terrible SEOs on Google, to the point where I knew what I was looking for and I couldn't get to it. So that's
great.
yeah. and the social media buttons are broken on this website. So, and the standings page just doesn't exist.
Because they're still in the process of announcing everything.
Yeah, which again, I completely understand. It's just it's tough when it's like, hey, there's gonna be many teams, but
You can submit a form on their website to be a coach or a player. So
yes. I was able to. I got to their like the league website, which is a little bit better. The so it's an
oh, their
8-team
site's
league.
hilarious.
It's an 8-team league. Where the half the teams are in the U.S., half the teams are in Europe. It's Vegas, Salt Lake. I believe it's Greensboro, North Carolina, and Cincinnati. And then you have Glasgow, Scotland, Nottingham, England, Dusseldorf, Germany, and Stuttgart, Germany. And I believe I actually pronounced the cities correctly, at least the European ones. As an American, I just will accept that however I choose to pronounce the American cities is the proper pronunciation.
Yeah.
And you can do nothing about it. But yeah, no, I think it's gonna be interesting seeing a team, a league that is so travel heavy, having us know the logistics behind it a little bit from what we saw when we were with our arena team. Which, by the way, their press conference for new home is on Monday, so we have that as well to look forward to. So that'll be a topic of conversation next week. Um, so watch the press conference so we can actually talk about it and pretend that we know what we were doing.
There's a new logo too, actually.
Yeah, I actually like. I didn't want to talk about this too much until next week, but I actually really like the revised logo that the team formerly known as the Massachusetts Pirates of the IFL. I like their revised logo. I really do. I like the original logo. Don't get me wrong, but the revised one looks so much better.
It's a little bit cleaner and
Cleaner, a
more
little more
refined.
modern, but not like sad modern. Like a lot of you saw it a lot with like the Ducks, right? We'll go to hockey for a second. When the Anaheim Ducks went from the hockey mask logo to the webbed foot D in like the mid 2000s, that was a more modern look, but looked terrible, and they kept it for way too long as their primary. And I'm glad they're back to the goalie mask logo. But I could write you an essay about how much I hated the other Ducks logo, just as an example. And Vancouver, same thing. Like they've dropped the Vancouver from their logo now, and it's just the C with the whale, and it looks a little bit better. But do we want to get into these obscure teams?
Yeah, just so you can talk about your favorite non-New York Yankee team ever. Yeah, we can do that.
I'm gonna let you go first because I'll get too angry and too loud if I have to talk about the Angels too soon.
Well, you're gonna have to anyway. So,
But let's delay it, okay?
all right. So, Dodger time, right? 2025 champs. Probably my favorite obscure team, if I had to say so myself. So we're gonna start with Pedro on the mound because everybody remembers Dodgers era Pedro as a rookie with Gary Carter behind the plate, Paul Canerico at first base, Nick Punto at second, Hanley Ramirez as short, Nomar Garcia Parra as shortstop, Marquise Grissom in left, Eric Davis in center, JD Drew in right, and my DH is going to be Fred McGriff. And in the bullpen are Greg Maddux, Derek Lowe, and Nathan Evaldi.
It's a pretty good one. I will say I did not know most of those guys. I did not remember. I remember the Dodgers. I'm surprised you didn't put Manny Ramirez on this Dodgers team.
He was more known. You could argue he's a known
That's
Dodger.
the only name. Eddie Murray is another one that I'm kind
Yeah,
of surprised you
there,
didn't
there,
use.
there are a couple back and forth, but
Th- There's a couple guys on my list that I saw as Dodgers, and I was like, oh, I wonder if Alex is going to use them. That was the other reason that I didn't put them in the spreadsheet today, because I have my confidence answers on the back side of this sheet. Sorry, I don't want you to be able to cheat. So for my obscure, miserable ass Anaheim Angels, because they're the most miserable franchise in all of sports, and I feel bad for their fans, all four of them. On the mound, I have Burt Blevin. At catcher, I have Austin Romine. At first base, I have Bill Buckner, who, after losing the '86 World Series for the Red Sox, decided instead of retiring from baseball, he'd just go play for the miserable ass Angels, which is worse than retiring from baseball. At second, I have another former Boston Red Sox, Jerry Remy. At third base, I have Phil Nevin. At shortstop, I picked David Eckstein. I remember him playing. I don't remember him being an Angel that much. Um, my outfield was Raul Ibanez, Hideki Matsui, and Ricky Henderson. At DH, I have Mark Trixera, who most notably is running for Congress in the state of Texas now. So like to think that it's because he remembers that he was an Angel at some point, and that was more difficult than running our government. And then my other three pitchers I have are Johnny Cueto, Matt Harvey, and former Cincinnati Red Joe Nuxhall.
so you forgot Tim Lincecum there, but it is what it is.
There were like 15 other people. Other names that I had on my list were Tim Lincecum, Eddie Murray, Dave Winfield. There were a few others that I saw, and I was like, I could put them, but I don't think they need to be subjected to the madness. Like, they don't need to be associated with the Angels. And by the way, when I found out Tricera played for the Angels, which by the way, he played for them before he played for the Yankees. Did not know that either until today.
I think he got traded a couple times before he signed there, though.
Fair, but I looked at it and I was like, oh, if it was after the Yankees, the joke about running for Congress being an easier task than dealing with being an Angel would have been so much funnier, I think.
Like, well, again, you kind of realize like how much some guys move around at the same time
Oh,
too. So it's
eh,
like,
it, by the way, this exercise has made me realize how much more of a piss poor organization the Angels are. They've literally every name I mentioned was a great talent. I also didn't mention Mike Napoli. I thought he was a pretty common one for catcher. Catcher was the hardest position for me to find a player that I was like, I know who he is, but I don't associate him with the Angels. The Angels had Vlad Guerrero Sr. again, one that wouldn't fit this list because I think everyone and their uncle knows that he played for the Angels. But Dante Bichette was on that list. Not that he was an amazing baseball player, but he's good. Uh, Obviously, Tim Salmon, who played his whole career with the Angels. That's the least obscure you could have. A guy that literally had his whole career there. But I just was looking at the list of names and I was like, you've had so many good baseball players. How do you only have like one World Series and it's 2002 that you won it? Most miserable fan base in the world has to be the Angels fans. Like I said, all four of them. Like, is there anything positive coming out of the Angels? They switched away from their cool kind of their blue uniforms back to their red that looks crappy. they lose all their good talent or waste all their good talent their whole careers. Like miserable, miserable, miserable organization. The only good news that comes out of it, Alex, is I get to pick for this next one.
You do.
So, ready? I'm going to write this down so I don't have to watch the VOD 4 times to find it. Cards, Royals. I'm going to take the Royals, actually.
Alright.
Because there's a couple names I already know off the dome, as it were, that fit the. That's kind of an obscure stop for him. Again, it's also lots of times that's a very good like rookie stop. I've noticed.
Yeah, one of those teams that'll move on from rookies.
Oh, also by the way, when going back to obscure, just so I can hammer home how much I can't stand the miserable ass Angels. I almost put a guy on the list that played for the Angels this year. That's how irrelevant they are.
That would be an insane move if you did.
I was this close to putting Tim Anderson on, who played for the Angels this year.
Oh yeah, I think they DFA'd him too, if I'm not mistaken. Either.
They might have, which is even funnier. But he went from the White Sox, one of the most irrelevant franchises in the MLB, to the most irrelevant franchise in the MLB.
To the Marlins. No, I think it went to the Marlins after, and then the Angels. But you go
Regardless, he
so
went
down the
from
list.
one of the most irrelevant to the most irrelevant. I will die on this hill that the Angels are the most irrelevant franchise in the MLB. I think we've probably talked about the Angels more tonight in the 17 minutes we've been going than most people talk about the Angels in a year. Yeah. Outside of, oh, Mike Trout's pretty good, or haha, the Angels are stupid for losing Shohei. Like, that's my 2 cents on the matter. Even though the penny's not being made anymore, so that expression's gonna go by the wayside. I also never thought that I would have to potentially explain to people someday what my 2 cents means. But I think we're going to get to that point because pennies are irrelevant. Again, more relevant than the Angels, though. Can you tell I hate the Angels?
No.
You look dead inside today, buddy.
I'm tired, man.
I can tell you're just staring at the screen like.
It's been a long day.
Which the funniest thing is, someone inevitably will turn this on someday, and like be like, "Oh, I'll listen to the audio because of like the way their conversation flows or whatever," right? And then they'll get to the point, and I'll be like, you're looking at the camera like, and it's just like 5 seconds of silence, and it'll just be awkward for everyone involved because it's awkward for us right now, but the person that views it / you when you go to review the footage and try to find clips or whatever will just have to watch like 5 seconds of silence and be like,
We also we never made a sheet for this week either, so it doesn't help our case a little bit.
"That's fine."
Oh,
What's
do you want some banana ball news that one of our
Yes.
dear friends is gonna hate?
Yeah, please.
If you had to guess the number one draft pick to the Indianapolis Clowns of notable Boston Red Sox, who would your pick be?
How notable are we talking?
I'd say fairly notable. Lately,
Lately, fairly notable. Is he active or retired?
He is no longer active.
Okay. Semi notable as of late. I have no clue. I was gonna say Brock Holt.
No, but you're close.
Dustin Pedroia.
No.
Is that closer or further?
You were closer to Brock Holt because of the World Series.
Is it former Gold Glover Jackie Bradley Jr.?
Yep, he's the first MLB retiree to commit full time to playing banana ball.
That's literally what we're talking about right now. Are you okay?
Talk about an obscure name to start that list with. Is Jackie Bradley?
Here's the thing. Here's what I'm gonna say. Is he obscure though? Because I was able to
Yeah,
get,
Oh yeah. They're naming MVP too. I forgot about that.
but good. We will have to send that to South Carolina, the Jackie Bradley Clowns jersey.
I already put it in the group chat, so you're fine.
All right, cool. But I think we have to. I
I'm
think
going to
that's funny.
I'm going to the Twitter machines real quick because they just called MVP. Oh, Tani won NL MVP. If you're wondering,
What? Otani won an award? I'm shocked.
he is a four-time NL MVP or four-time MVP.
It's pretty good.
Back-to-back MVP.
Oh yeah, the other thing I saw that just came out today, and I want your opinion on it as a non-soccer guy. Did you see the MLS is changing their schedule starting in the 2027 season?
No.
So this came out today. So currently, as you know, the MLS Cup playoffs are going on right now.
Mm.
The season used to be February to November, with the playoffs being October rather, with the playoffs being like November and December. Now, starting in the 2027-2028 season, the season will kick off in July. And then you'll have your regular season August, September, October, November, with a winter break for about half of December and about half of February and all of January. And then the season will resume. And then you'll have February, March, April, May with the MLS Cup. I actually am super on board with this because by having June and July free, well, all of June free, and presumably the beginning of July free, because the kickoff will probably be like the last week of July. That's when FIFA International competition is, not conversation. So like the World Cup, Euros, CONCACAF playoffs, the other flavors of the World Cup, all the international tournaments are in the summer. So I think it's so much better that the MLS is moving this way because, first of all, you don't have to pick between playing in the MLS realistically and playing for your country, which I think is a good thing. And I think being the fact that the schedule is going to fall on the transfer windows of world football, it'll be better too because you might actually see guys come from top leagues in Europe over here and vice versa. And it won't just be like dudes that think the MLS is a retirement league and then get blown away with the pace of play here stateside and style of play. So I am very pro these changes to the MLS schedule.
And then, so back to Shohei as well. Um, he, I heard Shohei got it anonymously.
Mm-hmm. You mean
I also,
unanimously?
I think so. I wouldn't be surprised.
Because anonymously
Yeah, yeah.
means
So all of
something
it,
very
no, so
different, Alex.
hold on, all of his MVPs are unanimous.
Okay.
And then, so now I'm looking through our Twitter. I was just trying to figure out who it is.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Nightingale is actually a scumbag for his tweet from earlier today.
What did he say?
He basically tweeted out who's gonna win because
Mm-hmm.
he said who wins the AL, what the expectation is supposed to be.
I assumed they're gonna say Cal Raleigh.
Oh, I am waiting for the other tweet to go live, but I hope it's Cal Raleigh just to kind of break it up a bit.
I have
We
to
also
say,
don't see
because
catchers win MVPs.
who would the other
But
guys up for it? I know Judge was up for it, but I don't think he deserved it this year personally. And I'm a Yankees fan.
I mean, I think Crochet should have won the Cy Young, but Terry Skubal, yeah,
Scooble had a great year though,
and so did Crochet. That's the thing.
but I think Scooble had a bigger impact on his club,
He's the only good pitcher on the Tigers.
and they were a playoff team. Not that the Red Sox
Yeah,
weren't a playoff team.
I mean that, and also the Crochet gave us the only win in the playoffs. So
Hmm. But no, I think Scooble being like far and away the only really really good pitcher on the Tigers. Obviously, if you're playing in the MLB, you're really really good at the sport. Like let's call a spade a
yes,
spade.
yes, AL it's Judge, Raleigh, and Jose Ramirez.
So it's Judge and Raleigh because I don't think Jose.
Basically, it's been Judge and Raleigh for the last 4 months.
Jose had a great start to the year, but I think he got a little bit cooler faster.
Yeah,
Now again, I'm a Yankees fan. I would love for Aaron Judge to win it, but I wouldn't be surprised if Cal Raleigh wins it. The one thing I didn't like about like them counting home runs and everything is they counted his postseason home runs towards numbers. Like, because the Judge 62 home run year was just regular season home runs. So, and that's the way I think it should be. Personally, I like that as a regular season record. Um,
are you surprised about the Cy Young turnout at all, or with Skeens winning as well?
no, I'm not surprised at all about Skeens winning the Cy Young.
No, that's big for the brand.
Future New York Yankee Paul Skeens.
You said that was a lie.
What?
He even said that wasn't factually
I'm
correct
not
either.
saying this year. I'm not saying this year. I'm saying future New York Yankee. Like at some point in his career, he will be a New York Yankee. To the point that it'll probably get to the point where when we do obscure teams in like 15 years, he'll be able to be on that obscure New York Yankees team.
Again, that's why I'm also big on the at least being a salaried floor, so like the Pirates have to spend money. But
No, I agree. I actually am very pro Sally Floor for a lot of the same reasons. Would you like to get into your conference guess here, Alex?
yeah, we're just calling it a short night tonight.
Yeah, I think we'll just do a short one and we'll just say
Yeah.
it happened and we didn't have a lot to talk about. Hopefully next week we'll have a
I'm
little
kind
bit
of
more to talk about. Obviously we'll have the team formerly known as the Massachusetts Pirates announcing some stuff this week, being between tonight and um, Thursday. Um, hockey will
yeah,
obviously
I'm
be
just
way
waiting.
more in full swing.
I'm just waiting on to see if maybe while we do this, if they announce the AL MVP, we can just get that. But I don't want to wait around another 20 minutes
Yeah, of
for them
course.
to announce Judge at like 7:50. You know what I mean?
So
But
hold on, I'm drawing my boxes.
Yeah, so I think I retweeted the MLB graphic for the graphic they made for
The graphics are
for
fire, by the way.
like the Otani one is actually I would get a poster of that like tomorrow.
I hate Otani, but I agree.
You
Or,
can't hate Babe Ruth. So
fair. Um, so the conference you have to guess, Alex, is Men's Hockey East from 2016-2017.
oh
I'm very specific with saying men's.
okay. Yeah, no, because I'm assuming there's variants.
There's a
There's
few
a women's
schools
variant.
that were never on the women's side that were on the men's side.
Is that still accurate to today or
No, not to my knowledge. I think they have women. Actually, I don't know if they have a women's program. That one, women's. For the most part, if they have a women's program, it exists. There's only one I'm not sure if they have a women's program or not. There's 12 total schools in Hockey East in 2016-2017. So once you get 6, you unlock that fourth strike.
so I'm gonna go UMass Lowell,
Yep.
Vermont,
Yep.
Merrimack,
Yes, sir.
BU, and BC,
Yep. They're both Hockey East schools.
and Northeastern,
Yes, sir.
Providence.
Providence College. Yes, sir.
Is UMass Amherst in there?
Yes.
New Hampshire,
New Hampshire's in there, correct.
Maine,
Yep.
I believe is in there.
There's 2 left.
All right. Can I cross out any states right now?
The 2 schools are from 2 different states.
Or rather, are any states off the board now?
Um, there's no Massachusetts schools, no Rhode Island schools, no Vermont schools, no Maine schools, no New Hampshire schools.
Oh, we have to go to the tunnel to New York for this one.
One of the 2 is there.
Is it Yukon?
Yep. Now I can tell
States
you
not a
the last school would be in the Midwest of the United States, and that's the only hint I will give you.
no. Oh, that's insane.
And they're Power 5 for football. I'll give you that too.
Well, that narrows it down somewhat.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
It really doesn't.
The only thing it does is takes away Miami and North Dakota.
Is the football conference, the Big Ten?
And at one point,
No. Oh, at one point, now they're not in the Big Ten anymore.
I believe they were a Big Ten school at some point. Hold on, I never look. I don't look at their football program all that often.
Actually, I'm
You have 4
actually.
strikes, so that's part of the reason I'm not giving you too much.
You know what? Now that you said football, it kind of gets me thinking. Well,
I'm sorry, they were never a Big Ten school.
no, I didn't think so. 'Cause I think a lot of Big Ten. The Big Ten doesn't have its own hockey league anyway, right?
It does now.
That's the thing with a lot of college hockey now,
It
right? It's like
formed.
they're starting to build their own.
Big Ten hockey would start the next year.
So
This
that
school
rules
was a
out.
Big Ten hockey school, I believe.
Just based on what I know about other schools, this school does play a schedule in the ACC where some of these, couple of these, one school is, and that's going to be Notre Dame.
Yes, that is correct. They are in the Big Ten for hockey, by the way, currently. That's why when you asked about Big Ten, I was like, well, at one point, kind of.
That's what makes like Notre Dame being an independent just about anywhere else. I think just for football they're independent now.
Yes,
I
they
think for
play in the
basketball and
they're the
I think they're
ACC for everything
ACC at
else.
the yeah.
They're an ACC school for everything but football and hockey, but there's no
Yeah.
hockey ACC.
That makes sense.
But that's why I was like, I should have just said kind of for the Big Ten. I should have said
No,
their
but if you
current
said
hockey
kind of, that would have given it. I think
I should have said
if you
their
said
current
kind,
hockey conference was Big Ten.
yeah, because you know what, I remember like I think Notre Dame was playing BC the other day, so I think I saw that. And, oh, this was very nice.
I wanted to do Big Ten hockey, but I thought it would be too easy.
Yeah, you just be going down to Big Ten at that point, right?
Yeah, because it's literally the Big Ten just with Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Big Ten hockey wouldn't start till 2022. Can you name the 7 Big Ten schools that are the 7 Big Ten schools for hockey? It's been the same. It doesn't matter the year because all of the years has been the same.
So, Michigan
Yep.
State,
Michigan State, yes.
Ohio State,
Ohio State, yep.
Penn State,
What state?
Penn,
I'm not hearing you.
Penn State,
I, I'm I have captions on it. It's getting it as again state.
State College, Pennsylvania.
Yes, Penn State. Macklin Celebrini currently on that team. Not Macklin
He's not
Celebrini. What's his face? Gavin McKenna, rather.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, now you lose me.
You literally have 2 more Big Ten schools.
Oh wait, Minnesota,
Yep.
Wisconsin.
Yep. There's one more school you haven't named, but
I'm missing one.
you're missing one. But it's the one you should have gotten first.
Notre Dame. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought Hockey East off the rip from the 2016-17 was going to be a good one because it was a lot of like just it was obscure
Yeah.
because of the Notre Dame. I should have said currently Big Ten hockey, and that's where I should have left it. Once we talk other sports, it gives it away too fast.
What's crazy is
In my opinion,
Paul Steen's got MVP votes.
he should.
Yeah. Not as many as Geraldo Perdomo though.
So here's my hot take or not so hot take on MVP. You should be the most valuable player on the team in the league.
Yep.
Means you should have the greatest effect on your team. Like very clearly big differences between you playing and you sitting your ass on the bench.
Yeah.
What?
So minor league baseball probably is one of my favorite memes of all time now. Is you grew up watching Fairly Odd Parents, right?
Yes, sir, I did.
So you know how Timmy's dad had an empty trophy case that had nothing in it?
Yep. This is where I'd put my whatever if I had one.
So this is where we'd put our Otani content if we had any.
That's awesome.
It's great.
That's what happens when you have a guy like Otani, though, that comes from overseas and never plays in the U.S. minor leagues.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, I'm just getting. Yeah. This is all
wild to
just.
me. Well, sir, any last thoughts? This was a short one, but I think it was a good one.
Diana, I think we.
I did a good job not crashing out over the Angels, so I'm proud of myself for that.
See, I think you took care of most of that last week.
I think if I ha- if I had gone first, I think it would have been that much worse. I think the Angels crash out would have been quite
It would
real.
have been like a. It would almost be like a part two at that point.
Yeah. But for how much talent they have as an organization, the fact they don't constantly be in the World Series. I'm not saying win the World Series. I'm saying be in the World Series
Mm.
is terrible. Just absolutely blows my mind. Also,
See, I
they can
think.
take players that have been successful other places and they go to shit. Look at what's his face, the third baseman there, Anthony Rendon. Yeah, that's right. He's getting mentioned. He was great on the Nationals.
Well, he was a bag chaser at that point, so.
Doesn't matter. He went somewhere, the Angels, and his career died. And I'm gonna blame it on the Angels. That's my bias towards the Angels, but I'm gonna blame it on the Angels. I can't stand the Angels. Ooh, he got hit real good. Sorry, the Jackets game's on my projector on my wall, so if you see me glancing up, that's why I'm like
Oh, they're not
that.
blacked out.
For whatever reason, it's on Hulu tonight and it's not blacked out, so I'm enjoying that.
Is it Wait a minute.
They're playing the Oilers, and they're in Columbus too. That might
Is it
also
the
be why, because it's in Columbus.
not it? Is it? Is it on ESPN or is it on
It's
TNT or Max?
well, I'm watching it via Hulu, so it's on ESPN, I assume. ESPN Plus, more accurately.
Oh yeah, no, I think it might be the exclusive game. Sometimes they do that.
That could also be it. Regardless, I'm happy because we won't have a chance to get up to the Jackets this year. So, um, on that note, Alex, any final thoughts, sir?
Um, Other than that, maybe just a post content map is just we're gonna get both of the obscure lineups made and out probably throughout next week. I'll probably get this stream up tonight or for tomorrow morning, kind of thing. So
Obviously we'll be live next week. Then we'll be off for a week for Thanksgiving. You can take Thanksgiving off, Alex. I'm gonna give you the day off.
yeah, I have to work at 5 a.m. the next day, so that'd be great.
I'll be there. Don't worry.
No, you won't.
You test me, sir. I will drive across this damn country to go bother you at work.
I dare you.
Okay, I'm told I'm not allowed to. And then the 11th, we'll be back the 4th and the 11th, and then we'll be off for 2 weeks. 3 weeks. Because unless we rip something live on the 18th in person together, just go buy packs of baseball cards or something and just do some sort of short form thing on the
Some
18th.
IRL, yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
we could do that. Then obviously nothing Christmas Day, nothing New Year's Day, and then at that point we'll be into the new year, and it'll be going on year 2 of complete shenanigans of us. Did you think that we would poop out consistent content for 2 years, Alex? Because I didn't.
No.
Alrighty. On that note, sir, have a fantastic evening. And remember, the Angels are the fucking most miserable franchise in all of sports.
Cool.